Man, which one of these do I want? They all look so... Ooh, this one! Yeah! Hey guys, Josh here from VIP Airsoft again. Today I'm going to be doing another video. Today we're going to be doing a video on the PolarStar Jack. It's fairly new, just came out not too long ago. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison between this and its older versions. And also I'm just going to kind of go over some of the cool features with it. So without any further ado, I'm going to just jump right into it. Alright, so first things first, if you look at the Jack, you notice that it is similar to the SMP Wolverine. And the fact that it's just a cylinder here, nozzle, a wire that comes down, your trigger board, this has your data cable, your FCU, and then you would have the battery. So this one is very similar to that. That was kind of PolarStar's response to the SMP. They were like, okay, we need to do something similar. So it's pretty cool in that sense. What it does is it replaces your gearbox internals. So you take out your wiring, you take out your gears, you take out your cylinder, you take out everything. Most time with the exception of the spring guide. Okay, so that's what you'll do with this. So if you kind of take a look at the Jack in comparison to these three. So you got the Valken over here, so Valken V12, PolarStar Jack, and then just the Polarstar Fusion Engine. This is a Gen 3. Alright, and this is for version 2. So you can tell that this is just the bare bones, the minimum that you will get and to be able to get an HPA gun. These kind of give you some cooler stuff. Mainly, if you look at them, especially over here with the PolarStar, it's got a sleek design. Got a bunch of different nozzles you can usually get for it. They got parts for it. It looks like a gearbox. The same thing over here. The Valken looks like a gearbox. Cool thing with the Valken, you do have the internal fire control unit. So right here, all you have to worry about is plugging the battery in, plugging the line in, and it's all good to go. So two options for you, really three options, kind of get you going in the HPA game. These two, a little bit more expensive. PolarStar, you're looking about $460 to $500. For the PolarStar, these are about $350. The Jack, right now, we got them for $319.95. Again, we sell all three in store, but the Jack is the newer one, and it is the budget model. So I'm going to remove the Valken right now because we're mainly going to focus on these two right here. So we're going to focus on the Fusion Engine and the Jack. So, like I said before, you can tell all it is broken down into the data cable, which I'll pull off right now. The data cable right here, the trigger board, the FCU, which this one has an FCU as well. I'll pull their FCU out. So, a lot of people are going to ask, so why would I buy this when I can buy this? Well, price is one. So, like I said, this is going to be, what, we got $320, $480? Yeah. That's a big difference. Although you do get some cooler features. So when you spend a little more, you get some cooler stuff. So for starting with the Jack. So like the nozzle right here, the nozzle is actually kind of cool in the sense what it does is that instead of having a poppet like the PolarStar does, this just has the nozzle, which basically acts as the poppet and just gives you more consistent air. It's going to use less air, so that's nice. And then also it's just one nozzle. You can't change it, so but you can manipulate the FPS by touching the PSI, turning it up and down. So that's kind of cool that they did with this, and they made it very simple. So there is only one moving part, and it is the nozzle. That is the only part that moves. There is a total of 6 parts that are disassemblable, or should say 6. There's a total of 6 parts that you can remove from the portion and separate it. Then that's what PolarStar said they were doing with it. It looks like the data cable is the same data cable, so they kept that, which is pretty cool. And the FCU seems like it's the same exact thing. I don't know if there's any differences between the FCUs or the data cables. I wouldn't imagine because they look identical, so should be the same. But it's kind of the cool things that they've done with it to minimize the package so you get all of this. So pretty cool on that. You see pretty much what you get is what you get. You get something cool to install. I will show you how to install it in a little bit, but really just kind of looking at it and you see, I'll kind of show you the install for you real quick. So this is a mock install and then we'll actually install inside the gun. So pretty basic stuff. All you're going to do is plug in this wire straight into there. It only goes one way. Then we throw in the actual data cable. And then from there, what we would do is we would hook this into here. So, the way this setup works, it's real basic. Trigger is hit, micro switch pulls forward, the air is connected to this point and the battery, and it just sends air through it. So that's all it is. It's real basic, real simple. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get the gearbox and we'll just kind of show you how the install works, alright? Alright guys, so I've got it in here. I'm holding it down because it is kind of moving a little bit. Mind you, I did not pull out the cutoff lever, just kind of showing you where it's going to set. So basically how it works is it replaces your old trigger contacts. Like you've seen before, I've shown you where the trigger contacts are. You just unscrew the screw, pull them out, alright? This one actually has a raised mount area where you would screw in, so you may have to shave some of that down. So just keep in mind that there may be some gearbox modification to install the jack. Just keep that in mind when you're installing stuff, okay? So the way it really works, as you can tell, everything's pulled out. There you go. Normally, you would have your spring guide still sitting here because sometimes you will need it. If you have a VFC and you're installing it into, you may not need the spring guide, depending if you're still using like the stock buffer tube and all that stuff, so don't worry about that. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to ask. So pretty basic how it sets up, so I'm kind of going to disassemble it in a sense now. So you see how I have it in right here. I have it just, where the cylinder was, it just replaces, sets in there, and then like I said, that wire goes into there, and that wire runs from here, so connects, data cable comes out the back. This goes here, and then all you would do would be put the top on it. Make sure it's all screwed down. Make sure you're not cinching anything because they're wires, and like there is no springs in here. The only issue I'm having is because this macro line is giving me a run for my money. I'm having a little bit of difficulty setting it in, otherwise it's going to move. But there's no spring tension, so don't force anything unless for some reason your gearbox is just special and doesn't like it. But normally don't force it. Like on here, if you see where these posts are, some gearboxes have posts that push on the wires. If you have a Dremel goes off, get rid of them. How this has extra material. Just keep in mind, if whatever you take off in a gearbox, whether it be material or parts, you can't put parts back on very easily and not having them be secure. So just keep in mind, if you really want to go with the jack, you may need to modify your gearbox. Polarstar says that it'll fit in most TMs compatible gearboxes. So if you got a G&G, I can't see a reason why it wouldn't fit. VFC, GMP, a TM, whatever you have, most of them will fit. I know for sure if you have an Aries Amoeba, it doesn't work. They said that there's a different trigger board for it. So that is the only thing. And then just you gotta check. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at the jack for a gun. Or I should say for an engine. Just keep that in mind with it. Other than that, it seems like a cool design. I'm curious to see how it's going to perform as it comes down the line, see if they're going to have any issues. This is the first time they've done it, but I'm pretty sure it'll act pretty well. Nice thing about Polarstar, it's made in the USA, so you got that going for it. And it's good quality product. If you have any issues, contact them. They're really good with their customer support. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call, come on in, send us an email. You know the drill. Other than that, guys, have a great day. You want to see something cool? It's called the M4. Don't tell me, but I found it, alright? It's this cool gun. We did a review on it like a week ago, but it's really cool. You know why? Because it shoots and just, oh, that sounds so great. And just it's in your hands, and it's nice. I mean, these are cool too, but there's also the M4. Get an M4. Oh, beautiful. That's the sound of an M&P chambering its next round to enter someone's face. That's the next one. Double feed malfunction. Oh no, it's an M&P. You guys got any fours? No? Well, go bust them! It's a whole new world. Shining, shimmering splendor. I just combined two songs. Man, the sick, nasty M&P, yo. Need some light, Nate? I got you. Man, which one do I want? There are so many. Oh, wow.